Where's Will Byers? He's in the upside down. Oh, he's in someone's ass?
Are you ready for this? Are you ready for this?
I'm ready.
Jackie's back in action. We got the producer camera on.
Yeah.
Well, this is technically her
No, I
second
don't.
episode back.
Yeah.
Because this is Monday's episode.
Oh, yeah, okay. Well, this is a little time hop. We've been recording already. I was actually just joking. You don't have to put, somebody. I think Nick had texted me like the day after. It was like, should we like put pictures up? I was like, well, we don't have to force her into doing anything. It would be funny if she shows her face, but you don't have to if you don't want to. But
I immediately took videos after I woke up.
yeah,
Because you were so
because
mad.
you're a real one. Well, that's what I mean. I was like, you have to vlog this, but then I was like, I meant it more like this is an opportunity, not like I'm your boss telling you what to do. Like, you're gonna be uncomfortable, but you have to do this. But it was fucking worth it, wasn't it? Because the videos are awesome.
Yeah, thanks.
It looks surprisingly good.
Thank you.
Yeah. I mean, it's kind of awkward if you guys cannot walk with her down the street because
It looks like we beat her.
Yeah.
We should do that. We should walk around New York and just kind of like yell at
Oh,
her a little bit.
I have no problem with doing that. I did.
Shocker.
Dude, I remember
the time you were beating your girlfriend.
when I lived with my girlfriend, she was a fainter, and she like just fainted one day when I was at work, and then I ended up going out that night like right from the bar like. It was the fainting was the thing. It wasn't like whoa shit like come rushing home, and I was like come out, and she's like I have the blackest eye I've ever had in my life. And I was like, who fucking cares? I didn't do it. Like, people get hurt. Like, why don't you just come out? She's like, I can't be out with you. What are you, nuts? And I was like, I don't understand what the issue is. Like, are you fine? Like, are you injured? She's like, no, I'm fine. I'm like, then why don't you come out?
Wasn't it something you were like, I'm a lefty? Like,
That eventually we got to there where I was making those jokes with her family. Where I was like, it was like just like so we're like I think someone in her family had said like if it was anyone but John, I'm driving down right now.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
we're gonna have a talk.
Right.
And
wait. If it was anyone but John,
they'd be driving down.
right? But if it was you, it's okay.
They just know I wouldn't do
Oh,
that.
Yeah.
If it was John, you got to work things out as a couple.
He gets to beat my daughter up the ass.
And then eventually I was like just so like I know everyone knows, but like just so we're all clear,
It'll be the left
like
eye.
it'd be the other eye.
That's a good defense. Way better defense.
Dude, I mean that's a defense in the court of law.
That'll get you
Like-
out of prison.
Like it was like this person was struck with a left-handed hammer.
Yeah,
like,
yeah,
you're like,
yeah.
Guess
Forensics.
What? I'm a fucking righty, bro.
CSI,
I've seen
dude.
CSI shit.
But you're
my
also-
blood splatter would have been the other way.
You
I am ambidextrous, but
I actually thought it was the opposite. I thought you punched with your left.
no, I write with my left, punch with my right.
Punch
Oh,
with your
what
right.
a weirdo.
What do you punch with?
My right.
Are you righty all the way through?
I play every sport lefty, but
That's what I thought too. But
I'm righty, like riding, throwing, but then like hockey lefty, lacrosse lefty.
But
But those are both hands. So it's
what
a
do you
little
jerk off with?
bit- Right.
Right for you?
Yeah.
Left.
What?
I think jerking off is what you're. when people
I
say,
jerk
what
off
do
with the
you-
hand I write with.
Yeah, I think your dominant hand is your jerk off
Right,
hand.
left.
I write lefty.
Oh,
Yeah.
man, you're all time. You're kind of a weirdo.
Wait,
brain's all mixed
you. I think you jerk off with the hand you write with.
That's what I said.
Yeah.
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 Okay.
Yeah.
So
I mean, I've gone.
that to me
lefty.
is like those you can write, you can throw, you can you jerk off and you write. Those are your,
Same.
that's your hand.
That's-
yeah. If you mix that up, if you're like I write lefty but I jerk righty, that's a fucking
That's
insane.
crazy, yeah.
That's insane.
I've gone a couple southpaws, but it doesn't really.
I mean, I've done it. but
I've never done it. I mean, I've touched it before with it, but I've never
Finished?
and maybe I've even tried a little bit, but I haven't tried any longer than
It's
30
weird.
seconds.
It feels
It was
like doing the
yes,
like.
that's
I'm
exactly
like,
what it feels
this-
like.
yeah.
What you got
And-
what you got to do is get it really close. And then switch over.
and
Bring in the closer.
Yeah, bring in the
and then
closer.
it's like, because you know what also,
The lefty
you get
reliever.
tired, dude.
Those are times
like,
I've had
I-
like it's been like look dude I'm just hung over Sunday like
Yeah,
I
I gotta
just
switch.
I've had it where like I was like I might
Cramping?
like I don't know if I'm having a heart attack like is it like shooting pains on my left arm
Yeah,
like,
but he
I'm
goes
like, what?
hard. We talked about this on Ian Finance's podcast. Like he and our podcast, he'll come 10 times on a Sunday. Like
Dude,
10.
That's
hungover.
You do too?
Hungover
Yeah,
gets
that's why
crazy.
I thought, give him a dab. You leave him hanging.
Dude.
I thought I remember that too because I remember saying
Bro,
something like,
10's
no
like-
way, and you were like, yeah, no, I do too.
that 10's like that's probably a little yesteryear for me.
Yeah.
But
you're
also
you're on the other side of 30.
But
like,
also
coming
that was
10
light
bro.
work, dude. Like 10 was easy. 10 was.
That's like the guy that died did 17.
Oh, I could beat him.
There's a guy who died from jerking off?
I could beat him
Where'd
today.
he die from?
He tried to just beat off like as many times as he could in one day, and he fucking died.
Nah, dude.
Where-
Dude. I'm the king then. Then I'm the
where do you
fucking
live?
king. I have
I
always
think it's
thought
in the
like
States.
I've always wanted to
42
have one of those. Where?
He died 42. He jerked off 42 times.
Oh,
What's the,
okay.
read
17
me
was
some of
way
like the
low.
story here.
Okay, so 16-year-old boy
Six-
died. 16.
He died?
He died.
Oh, this got ripped
I
off
remember
real
hearing
fast.
this story and getting nervous because I wasn't doing 42, but there was.
It's like, oh shit.
I just don't get like 16-year-old died after masturbating 42 times without stopping in Brazil. His mother told the local newspaper that she already knew about his son's addiction and that she planned to see the doctor, but the decision came too late.
I feel like this is like he was
First thing that
masturbating.
came too late.
Got him. That's why we're having Rude Boy on. I feel like it's one of those things you keep reading the article and it's like he was jerking off like on the roof and fell off or something.
Yeah.
I don't know how you die from just
That's
coming.
what I'm curious. Like, how does that lead to a death?
Well, how you
Heart
do
attack.
42 times non stopping? Maybe like
Your,
those
like, heart just-
those things I felt in my arm were like it was like
Yeah.
hey, because I'd stop.
embolism or something in your brain or some shit.
I'd be like, look, I feel like I'm beating it a little hard right now, and I mean
Yeah,
my heart.
What's
but
crazy
also
is
my
about your
penis.
fucking your dick wasn't the problem. Like you're talking about your arms and your heart.
Yeah,
and shit. What about your
yeah.
dick?
You'd think
No, I'm talking about my fucking cardiovascular stamina.
Like my dick, I mean, it gets like swollen.
If it was, I was very excited when you thought it was 17 because I was like, I can take that kid today.
Yeah, I thought it was way lower than 42. 42 is
40
playing with
42.
fire. I wonder like how it went. Like
Maybe that was it. Maybe he was like jerking off in a pit of fire.
it's just a crazy thing to die from. Like I wonder if it's like there's like a glitch in the Matrix where if you jerk off 42 times, like I picture him
It's like a video game. You unlock a key or some shit.
I picture him like disintegrating like in Marvel.
Like comes and he just.
Just like turns into leaves.
What's
and just-
happening, Mom?
Yeah.
Imagine that if it wasn't a heart attack, it was like he came his body.
Yeah, like
he
like just.
It,
like
what did he
all
die of?
like,
Dehydration. Why?
Yeah.
He had no liquid left in his body. His
eyes were dry,
His dick was
his
just
fucking-
taking sweat and throwing it out.
Right.
Like, I don't know what he wants from me.
brains coming out of your dick at that point. Just coming organs.
Damn, R.I.P. to a pioneer.
For real. A legend, man.
Just pushing the envelope. That's like
That is.
You don't
Yeah,
see
he
that
could have
every
stopped at
day.
41 and been fine. But
Yeah.
he
Right.
was like, I'm gonna push the
Right.
limit, like a guy who climbs
Who
like
doesn't
Mount
stop
Everest.
at 40? You get to 20, you think you're like a hero. You get to 30, you're sort of like, I want to see how far this can go. You get to the big 4-0, you call it quits.
dude, I would be firing blanks in the teens.
I'd be firing blanks by like 6.
Yeah, I don't even know how if anything was coming out at that point. Like
How-
that's
you keep
insane.
coming.
No, oh fuck
Semen?
no. Oh no. I was gonna say
You
like
just
his
kind of do
brain
that
or
thing where
something.
you're like your fucking ass like contracts, your dick jumps, but nothing comes out, right?
Dude, you do a full sit up because your body's looking for something. You're like,
Yeah. Like you're deadlifting.
You need a spotter for that fucking that 10th cum. God, you guys are fucking You know what? I never thought I'd say the day, but you guys are disgusting. You guys disgust
Dude,
me.
a spotter is so funny. It's like, yeah.
dig.
Want me?
Yeah.
Want me?
I'm right here. Not touching the ball. I'm not touching. I'm not touching. All you. Finish.
Get there.
Nice fucking set, dude.
God damn. That is
All
so
you.
fucking-
Oh yeah. God
That's
damn.
amazing. We need you're our second guest.
Honored.
You
I
were
can't
you were
believe.
supposed to be our first, but you got bumped.
I got bumped.
Reasonably so for Big Cat.
Yeah.
But you were first that came to mind. We had to have the Rude Boy on.
Appreciate it. It's an honor.
Yeah, I feel like you're similar to Jackie in a way. What's that, by the way? What do we got in there?
I try to put down 3 of these a day.
Oh, it's just water.
Yeah, and Nalgene's are a big part of Colorado culture.
Yeah, you guys take shits in them or something, right?
You could, yeah.
Yeah, that's the
my
whole
dad
thing.
has one that he pees in, and
Yeah.
it's like got duct tape all around it. It just says pee, don't drink.
Don't drink.
But yeah, no, these are like a staple in Colorado. They're awesome. It's like $8, BPA free.
And so what's that? That's 1,400 milliliters.
You're
46 ounces. You drink 3 of those a day?
try to. I don't usually.
Yeah, they say
do
you
it.
should drink your body weight in ounces or something like that every day.
I think I just looked it online. They said you're supposed to have 3 of these a day, which is a fuck ton of water.
That's a
Yeah,
lot.
that's a lot.
I bet I hit that though.
You drink a fuck
I
ton
drink
of
a
water.
lot
good.
of water, bro.
I actually drink a lot of water here because of this. Like, there's people that are always just handing them to me. When I'm like home though, never, man.
Yeah, it's tough.
I never do it. And I'll be irritable and tired and achy, and I'm like, what the fuck is wrong? And it's like, you don't have any fuel in your body, bro. Like, we run on this shit.
You
It is
came it all
annoying.
out
For some
already.
reason, for me too, at home, I'm like getting like I should have a glass of water, and for whatever reason, when you're at home, it's just like, ugh, like I got to get up and like.
Yeah, yes, there's
fill
something
a
about
cup.
it. Like, but at work, you're walking by the kitchen or the
Right.
bottles or whatever. Anyway,
That's why the bottle is huge. I don't care if I'm destroying the earth. I know I apologize about Colorado culture. I don't use those bottles because those bottles are too
What do you
big.
fill that up with?
They're not comfortable.
I use the filtered water in the kitchen, which a lot of people are scared of.
What's the filtered water?
They're like big black.
Oh yeah, because of
Yeah.
the coffee machine, right?
R2D2.
Why are people afraid of that?
People think that that's
Fucking
like
pussies.
gross, like the filter in it, like there's something wrong with it.
Probably.
I will say this.
I-
though.
Probably
I
a pretty
changed
good
my
chance.
Brita filter at home. I moved the other day, so like I don't think I changed it in like 5 years.
I was gonna say I haven't changed
And
it
I
in the
looked
center.
at like it has these like 4.
It had like stalactites.
I mean, it was like, I don't know what it's supposed. Well, actually, I do. I opened up a new one, and I was like, "Oh, it's supposed to look
Yeah.
like clear."
It's a bad
And it was
feeling.
like black. Like I was like, "Oh, okay."
I've had like ones with my Brita where I didn't change it forever, and I had like soot. I looked like
Yeah.
in the thing, and there was like
yeah, it's
soot.
probably making it worse.
Yeah,
you know
and
what I
then
mean?
with this one, it's really hard to clean because it's so big. And so what
Yeah,
I
you
was
can't, like,
doing,
get in there.
what I was doing was I was just like filling it with hot water and shaking it around, and then after like a little while, I was like, man, this
That's
thing has
probably
got to be
grimy.
gross. And then for like 3 weeks, my stomach just I couldn't have a regular shit, and I was like, what is going on? Like I'm eating the
Drinking,
same
like,
stuff.
bacteria and shit.
And then I was like, you know what? That water bottle probably is pretty foul. And I went and cleaned it, and dude, it like had like a
Like
layer
a ring around it. Oh,
It had like a layer of
Bro, you
dirt.
know what never has a layer of dirt on it? A fucking new water bottle.
Exactly. So that's
Yeah.
the
Yeah.
cross I
Oh,
had to
they said
bear.
the plastics. What was the thing on Joe Rogan? You might know it. It was like plastics are. There's some sort of correlation between our taints shrinking.
Oh, you've said this
Bigger
before.
taints mean like more
Yeah.
masculinity,
Right.
And our taints are shrinking, and part of the reason is something about plastic bottles.
Yeah, like
Which
you're-
is-
which
I
is
got
hilarious.
it.
That is
I
a
got-
Joe Rogan Mad Libs. It's
Yeah.
like insert this
Right.
because this is making you unhealthy. It's like taint, plastic bottle, masculinity.
Knowing nothing about anything, I gotta throw a challenge flag.
Yeah,
I don't think the Poland Springs are shrinking my taint. I just don't.
Such a bizarre
I just don't.
thing. And
I have no science to back me up.
well,
but
I think-
I don't.
I think the taints are shrinking. I think that is true.
Fine.
But that's happening
yeah.
like
What is that? What is the
evolutionarily,
taint do for you?
right?
I think it's just something that like monkeys or primates or whatever we evolved from must have fucking huge taints.
Yeah.
And ours are smaller, so that's a sign of like less.
So you can go back and forth.
I guess it's a sign of like masculinity. but
Monkeys
it's
don't
like,
get to go back and forth.
I mean,
They could.
that's
They just got to move all the way up and down.
it's just like a blank canvas. You know what I mean? It's like stupid. Like girls don't have taints. Really.
Girls have just like that.
They have
They
like
have girls have one of those fake walls that you put up in New York City to create a fake bedroom.
yeah, it's like the Strait of Gibraltar. It's like a tiny land bridge.
Yeah, you can kind of just pinch it.
Yeah.
on both
Oh, it's
sides. Yeah, you
tiny.
can-
You just feel it. Like,
You know what it is? It's almost like the
It's
upside
like-
down. It's like Stranger Things in the upside down.
Yeah, it is.
It's like you're in the pussy, but you're not.
Yeah, it's just, poof, and then like the dark world is the ass.
Exactly.
Where's Will Byers? He's in the upside down. Oh, he's in someone's ass.
I would think that's why they even have like the openings in the newer season look like vaginas.
Yeah, I mean
That's so funny.
There's so many pussies in Stranger Things, and the kids aren't fucking any of them.
That's so funny. Like the guy comes in, he's like, "I figured it out. Will Byers is in an ass. He's in someone's ass. Gotta get him out."
Yeah, there's some joke my dad loves. It's something like God's. We know God's not an architect because he wouldn't put a playground next to the sanitation.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
That's
I believe
Like a
that's
good
also
dad joke. That's
Yeah.
like-
that's in
Forgetting Sarah Marshall.
Forgetting Sarah Marshall. Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Jack McBriar says it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
It is true. They're dangerously
close.
close for something that's supposed to stay clean and away from it.
It's
very
almost as
close.
if like God was like, "Hey,
Yeah, honestly, God, like,
test it out."
Yeah.
like God was like, what if we make it close enough that it could slip in?
Yeah. God was like we were with like a mouse with cheese in an experiment, and he's like, he's eating the robotic cheese. like God was like, we're just gonna run a little test, and mice are just chewing on wires now.
No,
stop, not that fucking egg.
No, I think he was laughing. I think that he has a sense of humor, and the reason I think that is because of the foreskin. Because the funniest thing is I went to a Catholic high school, and my family's not religious whatsoever, so it was kind of awesome for me because I could just sit back and I took it as if it was like a science class. Like I was like, I'm just here to learn. I'm not going to be riddled with guilt like the rest of you guys.
Yeah.
And so, but the funniest thing to me in the Bible that no one talked about was the fact that God created man. And the whole thing is that he's without error. He doesn't make any mistakes, yada, yada, yada. But then, like, in the 4th chapter, he's like, hey, guys, I got a software update. The penis, I kind of botched it, so if you guys could just patch that, I'd appreciate it. And they're like, can do.
Yeah, it is a very
I don't know
strange thing that it's like we just...
Foreskins play a huge part in the Bible. I don't know if you know the Bible story where one of the kings... And there's a suitor. I forget who it is. I want to say maybe it's Solomon.
What are you looking to for answers?
You're talking
honestly,
about,
Nick.
You're talking about David and Goliath.
Was it David who needed him?
So David defeats the Goliath.
Yeah.
And he goes to King Saul.
It was okay. Yeah.
And he's like, I want to fuck your daughter.
Yep.
And he's like, I fuck with you.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna make that happen. But
clean that dick up.
You know the
no, not his.
What is his name? There's some like town, like one town over. He's like, you know those guys, and he's like, yeah, fuck those guys. He's like, yeah, fuck them. I need 100 of their foreskins.
yeah. And he came back with him like
satchel.
Threw him down like, here it is, baby. Where's that daughter at?
Here's the weird, craziest part of the story. David was feeling himself, went there, didn't get 100. He bagged 200, and was like. Doubled it.
We're doing anal.
Yeah. I'll have for both nights. Thank you.
Dude,
you really went to Catholic school too, because I went to Catholic school. I don't remember that story.
All that from that back then?
How could you forget that?
And they were teaching you that like kind of shit?
Yeah, I mean they did gloss over
wild.
certain shit.
Yo, it is wild what gets passed off as just like it's Catholic school. Because if you did it about fucking any other religion, there'd be like we're teaching like hate crimes and shit in class. You know, we're talking about chopping dicks off. Imagine if that was just like we you know like a Muslim teacher was up there talking about chopping dicks off. It would be the end of the fucking world.
It's as crazy as the plastic shrinking taint theory.
All of it is just every religion is just like what side do you believe? You know, because it's all fanatical bullshit.
Yeah.
But that all being said, you gotta stick the tip of your dick off. That shit is weird.
Yeah, well,
like,
it makes
your dick's gonna be stinky and smelly and all
right,
that shit,
100%. And like the only argument against circumcision is you lose dick. You don't have as much dick.
Yeah, but I don't want that. It's like that's bad dick.
Yeah, I get it, but still, it's just more dick. Like it's hard to like argue with just more dick, but it does make your penis much more handsome.
It's like. What if all right, you want like big muscles too, right? But what if you had like a gross, ugly fucking tumor on your arm? It's like, well, get rid of the gross part.
Yeah, I agree.
You know?
Yeah,
get rid of the part that girls don't want to suck on and sit on.
I've seen some girls that go crazy for they love the foreskin.
I don't believe that. I think you've seen porn stars do that.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
Yeah, okay. There's no normal girls out there might tolerate it, but they're not like, yes.
Yeah, you know what else I've seen porn stars do, Rudy?
I saw
a lot of things porn stars do that I don't think they're actually liking and enjoying to do.
I get it. It's entertainment. I came across one where that was happening, and I was just like,
I've come across similar ones, and I'm like, this is a little weird.
Yeah, can't relate. I'm not the target demographic.
And also, it's a distraction. I'm just like, so it goes back and forth like a.
Yeah,
sheath or something. You know, what's going on?
Sheath is a word that gets thrown around when you start talking about weird genital things. You hear a lot of sheath, a lot of slothing. It's a big S community.
Those are things that like, sex have just
slothing.
taken over. You know, it's like speculative.
That's how they used to say it. That's how they used to say it in like old
S words
English.
are depleted.
That's how they used to say it like old
sheath.
English. Like, hath your son been unsheathed?
we were talking about
you've been sheathed, my lord.
We were talking about getting dicks hard in armor from Game of Thrones because you watched the new one.
I have not seen the newest episode.
Right, but you were on this episode
Yes,
where we were talking about when they had sex, like he had to like take off his real armor. It's like if I don't get dick into vagina in like the first like 25 seconds, we're not. we're in endangered territory.
Right.
And so we're like, what do you do when you have armor on? And they made armor that had like a
Oh, really?
boner hole, like a boner
Yeah,
thing in it. So it's
Tight.
like
It was tight.
it was basically like if you're ever on the battlefield, like you get a boner, don't worry.
Intuitive design.
Yeah,
Well,
yes. I bet you the first guy built it without one and was on the battlefield like, fuck, what do I do with this
I
thing?
picture like a guy that like invented that, and he had like a Steve Jobs like keynote speak, and he's like,
Oh, yeah.
we got something really exciting.
Yes.
for you guys today."
We're unveiling the new version.
Yeah.
Lancelot, you're gonna love this one. You little fucking slut. Yeah.
Innovation that excites.
You like the Game of Thrones?
Yeah, I mean, I like it because I'm a huge Game of Thrones fan. It's definitely like slower and different, and it doesn't.
I mean, you got to remember we're back to season 1, where it's like you got to build all this shit up again. You know,
It doesn't have the colliding storylines. It's obviously like a much smaller universe, but I like it. It's cool. Definitely not as exciting, but I like it.
you're right. I mean, that is a. But you got to remember, like when it first started, it really was just kind of like. It was Jamie pushed Bran out the fucking thing,
But here-
and Ned Stark. You know, we didn't have like 10 main
Yeah,
characters
but
like we did at the
what?
end.
Yeah, I know, but what put the wind in my sails off rip was I was just obsessed with the White Walkers. That's all I cared about. And
Yeah,
from the
well, they
very
just
get go,
dangled that shit
from the
for
very
fucking
exactly,
10
they
years,
just
man.
edged you forever.
The
Like
greatest, marketing ever. Just a little carrot.
And the only complaint I have about this one is that there isn't like some sort of like
no-
fantastical overlooming issue that is like coming like all this.
There's no
like,
big bad. You
there's
need a
no
big bad. You need like
Right.
a Thanos or a White Walker or something that's like there's all these sub things going on, but it all comes to this one thing. Right now it's just like
Right.
about
That's
the
true.
throne and but
That's honestly, I didn't put that together. Now I'm kind of disappointed. Like,
It's just
Yeah,
a different
I mean-
style, and the way that the book is written is that it's much more. It's like a there's like a narrator telling like a historical recounting of it, whereas in Game of Thrones you got it from the character's perspective. So
Yeah.
that's why like the story style is like different.
a little different. Yeah.
Yeah. So
you
it's
read
cool.
it?
Fuck no. dude.
Okay, dude. The way you said that, like you said it.
I
with
read the
your chest.
Wikipedia about it. Come on, bro.
Bro, I could never read like a 900-page book. Never.
Where it's very detailed.
Right.
It's
I
like
don't
it's like
fucking
Tom
care.
Clancy style, where it's just like
Every fucking.
I think,
you're
what would someone say?
describing.
Like the example I've heard, it's like 4 pages to describe a page of blade of grass or something
Yeah.
like that.
Oh, that is J.R. Tolkien.
Well, but he's also, and George Martin does this, but Tolkien like built a world and he did
Yeah.
the languages, and I know George R. R. Martin did too, but like I think Lord of the Rings even more so with like.
Oh, there's
all
so
the
much more.
different- Yeah.
It's insanely
Making
in-depth.
a language for your fake books is fucking nuts.
Yeah.
They should absolutely hospitalize you right away.
Yeah, that
And
is-
the fact
I'm gonna
that it
create a
is-
language.
When you hear people speak like Valerian or in Elvish and
Yeah.
and you can tell it actually sounds like a language. Like
Yeah.
like if you were to just go like oobo doo boo boo boo, it's like
Right.
that doesn't sound like a language. But
Right.
these guys like it sounds like a word that would be in a different language, and I'm like, how the fuck do you do that?
Yeah, no, it's crazy. It's truly the definition of the meme of like what getting no pussy does to a motherfucker. It's like I'm gonna create an entire universe with in-depth languages that goes back thousands of years.
You think he made an alphabet and then words and then strung together like sentences, or do you think he was like, I
Bro.
want this
Is
character?
it typed out? Like in the book, is it
I think
written out?
I think
There's certain like in the
can get,
Silmarillion, you can get like a
appendixes. And
yeah. You're asking the wrong guy, bro.
'Cause I think
banned,
it would be like-
I got banned from languages.
shit. What does that mean?
I got banned. Like they
Like
when I was
is that a class languages?
no like like in middle school they said they're like you have dyslexia, you're done. You're done. And I was
What?
You're done.
Dude, dyslexic
You're
people
done.
have definitely learned new languages.
Yeah, like-
that was just a lazy teacher.
Yeah, that was
No.
someone who's just like, this shit's too
yes,
hard. You're
bro.
done.
I guarantee you right now, there's someone with dyslexia who listens to this podcast and is going,
Yeah,
I speak two
well,
languages.
I mean, Lance
I
Armstrong
know-
won the
I know
Tour
a
de
guy-
France with one ball. It's like, okay, yeah, there's extreme individuals in the world.
That doesn't correlate at all.
What did he say?
He said Lance Armstrong won the Tour de France.
I'm just saying.
I
there's
know a guy
extreme
who has
people out there.
dyslexia, who is a journalist, a successful writer.
Yeah, no, there's a lot of good writers that are actually dyslexic, and like it manifests itself in like different ways. Like languages for me, it just never stuck. Like it just couldn't stick in my brain. And math, writing, I'm good at. Reading, I'm
You're
good at.
just dumb, dude.
Yeah, that too.
You're just a fucking
those.
bimbo,
Those
bro.
are mutually exclusive things.
mutually. what? Wait. So you said you're a good writer.
Yeah.
But you can't read. Is that what dyslexia
Terrible grammar. No, I can read really well. I got.
means? Well, what does dyslexia do then?
It just like it has different things like mental math, dude. No, not happening.
No,
Bro,
that means
bro,
you just can't do
dyslexia is a
John's
new word.
dyslexic too. Then
It does have to do with words, like, but
We just learned this
So you
yesterday.
can't throw it a butt and be like, but with me, it
Mark Norman
presents
said
as
it
a
was
math issue.
Dyscalculia is what he had.
Dyscalculia,
He said
yes.
it was dyslexia for numbers. So you just are
Yeah.
bad at math.
very bad at math.
But if you can read and write and speak, you can't be bad at language.
yeah,
there's
but
nothing
I
left
don't
to do.
listen, man. They never even gave me the chance. Like, so the year after that, I was like,
How old
I
are
had
you?
the- I had the
I
same
think you
thought.
were a motherfucker in class, and the teacher was like, "I'm done with this kid. He's dyslexic."
How old were you?
I was 14 at the time, 13 or 14.
That's a lot of years of learning words and shit.
Yeah, but
first.
I had put in 8 years of Spanish, and the only thing that I retained was "puedo tomar agua," which means "can I go get a water?" Which means
Yo,
leave.
just so you know, everyone knows that.
Yeah.
That didn't need
No
translating.
Ir al baño or
If
whatever.
that was a
Bathroom.
Netflix episode, they wouldn't have translated it for you.
But I
When
tried-
someone walks in and says "Hola," they're like, "You have to know this, or else."
Yeah,
You're fucked.
but to your point, I said at the time, I was like, you know what? I can do this. Fuck you guys. So then I did the stupidest thing you could have done. In high school, I was like, I'm going Latin.
That is the dumbest. It's the
I'm learning
And then
Latin.
people tell you it's good for the SATs because I'm going to know the etymology. It's like fuck you.
I was even worse at that.
Yeah,
even
makes
worse at that.
It's a dead language.
Literally, and
Nobody speaks.
my teacher was as old as the language.
Yeah. Well, you have to be because they're
He
the
was
only
so
people.
fucking old.
You have to go find like an old pope.
Dude, my Latin teacher looked like he invented
yeah,
Latin.
he
It
looked
was-
like, my guy looked like Gandalf.
he was a fucking monk too.
Yeah, because they're the only
he
ones who use it.
Right, he was
Yeah.
dressed like a monk, carried a monk.
I would have to bet that Latin is big dead now. Just consular Latin. Like
Oh,
no
it's been
one's-
dead. It's been
but
dead
like, no,
for-
I mean I know it's a dead language, but I mean like our kids in my school were even picking it. Like they have to by this point be like,
I see what you're
it's
saying.
a waste of your time.
the only place that has it, I think, is Catholic schools.
So you were dumb as a kid, and that was the problem.
Yeah, viciously dumb.
You're smart now.
Yeah, I'm pretty smart.
I think you're learned.
I'm
There's a difference between smart and well versed in shit.
really good at faking it. And
Like you're
a
great
lot
at
of-
trivia.
Yeah, exactly. Like
He's
stupid-
really, really good at the dozen.
Yeah.
really.
I know. I've had my ass kicked multiple times.
Yeah.
Stupid shit. Like I know really well. My friends growing up, they all called me the idiot savant.
Yeah.
Like
that
I'm
makes sense.
painfully stupid in a lot of categories, but then there's certain ones where I'm just like weirdly good, like maps and GeoGuessr.
Yeah.
Like
you good at
I'm
that.
fire at maps.
So you're
Oh, so
autistic.
that's autism.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That should be the test for autism.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
Can you do shit on maps? Then you're autistic.
Yeah, and my
Like those little
Yo,
kids who are like, I know
honestly,
the capital of every country.
I think autism is having a glow up.
big.
Oh,
time.
I think it's cool to be autistic now.
Oh, wow.
And in a couple more years, it's going to be like, that guy is not even on the spectrum.
Yeah.
Like,
No.
fuck that dolt. He can't even do, like, math, or, whatever fucking, he can't even do
What's he play
geography.
sports?
Yeah,
No,
exactly.
there's definitely a growing number of teachers where like they have their baby and they're like, it's all good, and they're like, is he on the spectrum? And they're like, no, and they're like, fuck.
yeah. I want him to be gay and autistic, you know?
He's not going to be Dave
He's
Matthews.
supposed to
goddamn
be
it.
Elon. He's supposed to be the next Elon.
Right, yeah, because, well, it's like you get really good at certain shit. It's like, do you want to be just kind of average at everything or bad at a
Right.
few things but awesome at other shit?
It's the jack of all trades, master of none.
Yeah.
Right.
No, if
we
I could
know-
be the master of something, it wouldn't be fucking geoguessing.
It would be trains.
Yeah. Train horns.
But yeah, I think there's like I think what's good is it like maybe there's not a practical application, but I think the days of being like bullied on the playground are dwindling because it's just like, yeah, you're not.
Oh, I don't think that.
Well,
I don't
no,
think-
you'll always get
You're
bullied.
still going to get
but
fucking
no,
bullied.
but I think it's getting better. Like I think it's like I think the fact that everybody's fucking got it on some level is helping.
I think it's just like the It Gets Better commercials that they used to
Yeah,
have
it's
for
like-
gay. Like,
yeah.
like don't like, yeah, your life fucking sucks right now. But when you're 30,
Be a
it's gonna
little
be
bit okay.
okay. You,
Yeah, you'll be able to fuck dudes on Fire Island eventually, but right now it's a tough go.
yeah.
Yeah, just get through high school and get to a college, you'll be chilling.
yeah, that's really what you need to do. Is just get to college.
I had a buddy in high school that got pussy hand over fist. Like he was the coolest dude ever, the most suave, like so flirtatious, like just an absolute ace.
Yep.
And I always was kind of like, he's too good at this
Mm-hmm.
at this age. Like he's just way too good at this. And I always had this argument where I was like, if he is gay, it makes sense. And I never could articulate it well. No one understood what I was saying. But I was like, dude, think about it this way. A gay man is so good at getting laid by girls if he's covering up because he thinks like a woman.
Yeah.
He knows
got the playbook.
He knows what buttons to push. And they were like, that doesn't make any sense. I'm like, it makes perfect fucking sense. Anyways, as soon as he graduated, He was out of the Catholic school. I gave him a lot of credit because he basically like lived this different life.
Yeah.
Because he knew that it was going to be
Not
trouble.
fly. Yeah.
And then
Yeah,
as
we
soon
take
as-
we take our hats off to method actors.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes. And it was literally like the Prestige. He was living his act.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then once he got out of high school, he was just like, I'm gay.
Okay,
and it
done.
was just
Fuck
fully
you guys.
out. It was
Peace.
fully out. He's
Yeah.
an awesome dude.
Yeah.
You can't
Yeah.
take me out of school anymore.
Bro,
Fuck
that
you guys.
has got to be the worst.
Oh, I can't
I
even
could
imagine
never
going
be
through
in the
that.
closet.
That's the
It's
worst
such a
feeling.
headache. It's such a whole thing.
Yeah.
Like,
I would just be
I just-
I would
I would
try
go-
for like a week, and then I'd be like, I fuck dudes.
Yeah.
Get over it.
Dude, that's not even a different. It's a secret. I'd be like, I can't keep secrets. I'm
yeah,
so
yeah,
bad.
yeah,
at
yeah,
that.
right. I,
Me
just,
too.
I
I'm
gotta
really
tell you
bad at
something.
it.
I gotta tell you something. I sucked somebody's dick last night. I gotta tell you a story. I sucked a dick last night.
Yeah, you guys-
Foreskin and all.
The whole thing.
Yeah, you
Took
come-
it down.
Yeah, you come home drunk, you're like, this is a real me. You guys want to see some videos?
Yeah, I mean, I understand why people do it, but I don't understand why people do it. at the
I
same
can't.
time.
I mean, yeah,
like nowadays,
you can't put yourself in
come
those
on.
shoes. But it's,
Come
yeah,
on.
I can't even imagine.
It's like
the
come out
torment.
and have a podcast, and you'll be successful. Come on.
God, we're gonna do it one day.
If we've
You also grew up in the '90s, so it's much different.
yeah.
It's
But
like-
that's what I mean, though. It's like back then I understood, you know,
Right.
Like they'll call you the F word and beat you up.
Right.
Now it's like you'll get a podcast and you go to the top of the charts.
Right,
Me
exactly.
and John have had like pseudo serious conversations about being like, should we just say that we're gay? could you imagine
Yeah.
that story? Like lifelong podcast hosts admit that they've like actually been gay the whole time.
Yeah, that would.
I
Together.
actually think that would be what I think is kind of bullshit. If we came out of the closet right now, that means we'd be like lying, deceiving assholes for the better part of a decade.
Yeah, but the
Your whole
society's
life.
fault, not ours.
That's yes, but we are. You know what I mean? It's
Smart.
like, oh, so everything.
Turn
you
the mirror
fucking
on
said-
society.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
Smart.
it would be everything that we said is a fucking lie in a front. You know.
Yeah, but again,
But fucking, it's their fault.
society
Yeah.
made me this way.
Yeah. Right.
We could
Society
do.
made you gay.
We could get out of this. Yeah.
Big time. Big time. I
Yeah,
mean, if
I'll tell you what, Joe Rogan, it's the plastic.
It's the chemicals they're using on the frogs they were using on me.
That actually is a theory.
You're like, whoa, hang on.
Come on, now that one's
Yeah, let's get serious for a second, boys. The frogs are gay.
Yeah. The frogs are gay.
You stiffened up real quick. You're like, whoa,
Wait a minute.
we don't make jokes about Alex Jones.
Yeah.
Not when I'm in the room.
There will be no Alex Jones slander in this room.
Dude, someone was telling me recently, like, a female friend was talking about her, like, cute female friend. And she was like, and that matters for some reason. Like, that
well,
is,
yeah, are you about to tell me that a girl is an Alex Jones fan?
she went to move her car,
Get the
and InfoWars was just playing.
No.
That's
And
crazy.
she was like,
I can't imagine. If you asked me like what that man's demographics is, I would honestly tell you 100% male.
100%.
That is
Although, but then I think
wild
about like
place
the
to be.
Marjorie Taylor Greene type chicks. And
Yeah.
I'm like, those like whatever percentage, if that's 2%, 3%, 4%, all of them. But anybody relatively normal, female, you listen to Alex Jones, that's a fucking
That
unicorn.
is
That doesn't exist.
crazy. That is a crazy.
Could you imagine if you met some like Manhattanite chick, like, you know, just the stereotype around here, and then
Yeah.
but she was also like,
dude,
so, you know,
dude,
do
this
you
chick's
believe
like
about Sandy
a
Hook?
doctor in Boston.
I would love. I would.
Like,
I would
don't
love to
trust
meet this chick.
anyone you interact with.
Ever.
They're all fucking psychopaths.
seriously.
Yeah.
But girls are like, guys are prone to be like dumb about shit.
Yes.
Almost like I want conspiracy theories to be true sometimes, just 'cause
Right,
it's
it's
more
fun.
fun, it's more interesting. Girls don't care about that stuff. Like girls
No.
don't get into conspiracy theories and all that shit. And if they do, they're fucking weird.
Yeah, it's definitely a unique trait. I went on a date with a girl that was from Denmark, and our first date we were just like talking, and she weirdly like brought up like trans something. Like we're talking about trans people, and then it sort of slowly came out that she's like a massive Jordan Peterson fan, which is rare,
Crazy.
but not as that's
That's religious at least, right? Because he
yeah, he's a lot of things.
Yeah.
But then I don't really care about Jordan Peterson. It's like whatever. But I just love making fun of him because he's the funniest voice. And so for like an hour and a half, I just like shredded Jordan Peterson. And at the end of the date, I was sort of just like, this ain't going on anymore. Well, the thing about trans people is
that dude does.
Is that what he's on? I've never heard. I've never
it's
heard.
hilarious.
of
It's hilarious.
Dude does numbies.
Yeah,
though.
he goes crazy.
Millions and millions of views. I think he's one of those guys who started as something kind of interesting. Like you're a very good debater. You're very articulate. You know, I think he traps people in arguments more than he makes salient points, you know.
Yeah, he's just very articulate.
But
and he just talk.
now it's like, now you become that used to be like you are a philosopher who puts videos on the internet, and now you're an internet personality who does philosophy.
Right.
And
I
it's a
think that
big
he got
distinction.
caught. I think he got caught in the dopamine drip,
big time.
he's like if I say
because
this
you know what I knew it went too far when I saw him on a Twitter rant about like I'm shadow banned and my numbers are down.
Yeah.
And it's like, you shouldn't care about any of this. You should be like,
right.
Numbers like that don't matter. And
You used to care about books,
right? And now you're like, my numbers are down. Zuckerberg, why did you shadow ban me?
Well,
Is it because of my politics? Like,
his
shut the fuck
YouTube Twitter video is one of the funniest videos I've ever seen on the internet.
up.
So he had this Elliot Page tweet that got him.
the best.
I know
when
that.
he
Wait, what was it? I remember he had something about Elliot
no.
Page.
Oh wait, I was thinking about this Sports Illustrated one.
That one too.
That was the one where he said this girl's too fat to be on the cover of Sports Illustrated, and then complained that he was getting bullied.
Yes, yes. And then he does this thing where he's like, I'm not doing Twitter anymore. It's a cesspool. And then he'll tweet it, which is like the most relatable thing ever. He'll like say that Twitter's a cesspool. He's taking a break and then proceed to tweet like two
whole
dozen times, which is awesome. I can relate to that heavily. All of us can relate to that. That kind of rules. And then he got banned for an Elliot Page tweet. And then he made a YouTube video about Twitter, and it's like the most unintentionally funny thing. At one point, he just goes, "Up yours, woke moralists," and it's like woke moralists.
If you say, I'm at the point of you say woke,
Yeah, woke is
like
wild.
in a
yeah.
like in a,
no one's
you're
ever
woke,
no
meaning-
one's ever said that before.
Yeah.
Like no one who
stay woke used to be a thing,
but that like
but that is totally.
I've never heard someone say I am woke in
right.
earnest.
But then they say the people saying it about them, like saying that you're woke. It's like I've never. Yeah.
It's
But wait, what's woke
memeified.
moralist?
He was just talking about
Yes,
like
heard-
the people on
That's
Twitter.
he's like fuck you woke moralists.
He
Who's
goes
woke moralist?
Who is
Twitter.
woke moralists? Like people who
Like
the
woke
progressives
moralists.
who you
Like
think you're
moral,
woke.
like moral wokes,
Do you know what we're saying? Moralists.
moralists.
The rural juror?
A moral
Like,
person
you-
is
like
like
you
a
think
group of
you're-
morals.
yeah. Like
Moralist.
Yes.
I thought you were saying more lists. I thought you were saying the name was woke. Like he was making fun of someone's name like woke moralist.
Bro, you might be a brother in dyslexia.
I couldn't tell if you were not understanding the point or the words.
I was thinking
what is
of
the
it-
issue here, you dumb fucking idiot?
I was thinking of it as a last name spelled
Moralist.
Moreless.
I had
Like
a
moralist.
really bad one of those when I was probably like 8 or 9. My mom was like, "We're going to Bed Bath and Beyond, and then we're going home." And I was just like, "We're gonna go home. We're gonna go bed. We're gonna take a bath, and then I'm gonna get a Batman Beyond toy." And I literally thought that. And for 20 minutes in the car, she was like, "We're going to Bed Bath and Beyond," and I'm like, "I hear what you're saying."
It's not registering.
That order of things is wild, especially in the
Poor
afternoon.
Rudy's mom. I guarantee you, Rudy's mom, maybe hundreds, if not thousands of times in her life went, "My kid's so fucking
Yeah,
stupid."
but God
I got
bless
the
her
dumbest
soul.
fucking kids.
Oh, she brought in an army of tutors. She was like, "We got to get this kid up to speed, and we got to do it fast." I had to go through like boot camp just to get like, we got to get this kid into any school. We got to get a passing grade on the ACT.
Your mom was like, "Kid, pick up that hockey stick.
Yes.
Get out there on them skates."
Exactly.
What do you?
Quick interruption. I'm gonna keep looking at my phone. I think my sister's about to have a baby.
Ooh.
And she's like, "You got to give me names. I don't have any idea what we're gonna name this fucking thing."
Ooh.
Do you know the gender?
It's a boy.
Sumner.
The first
Name him Sumner.
someone replied first. It went Frank, and I was like, "I don't think it can be Frank with who I'm
Bro,
sitting."
fuck it. Name him Homer Simpson Feitelberg. Yeah, that'd
She
be
doesn't
tight.
have any ideas.
No, I wasn't saying like we have to stop thinking about ideas. I'm just saying
No,
if I
no,
keep
yeah,
looking at
yeah.
my phone, it's
It's go time.
That's a fair issue. It's a pressing
yeah, you're
issue.
allowed. Yeah, but it'll take a long time.
yeah. Oh, we're not gonna get
She's
one.
just started. We'll talk to you tomorrow.
Does that happen where the baby comes out and they're like, "What's the name?" You're like, "It's in beta testing. We're working."
Some people do
Oh,
that.
yeah.
Yeah.
I
I actually think
think-
you should. I proposed the other day because
It happened with my mom. My
was
mom
it?
was born.
Oh, right.
On my mom's birth certificate, it's Geraldine, and I never
Wild
knew that
name.
until recently.
Oh.
Like I learned that like last month.
And they changed it.
Yep. This is
they were like, we don't like it. And Kylie Kardashian and homeboy changed their kids' name too. I think it was Wolf, right?
I think
and then
so,
they like
yeah.
didn't like how the internet was like playing with it and doing like whatever they were doing with it, so
That's
they
so
changed
sad.
it. But I think, well, yes, that's sad. But I think that's what you should do. I think it's a ticket for a test ride.
Yeah.
And
Right,
like, who cares?
100%.
Because also, like, I know that my cousins named their kid with the intention of we're going to use his initials. So, like, we gave him a name, but we're going to call him, RJ.
Right.
And then they just like didn't, because it was just like, we thought we were gonna, and it just didn't happen that way. But we don't really actually like that original name. Blah blah blah. So I think you should be able to like
Mix it up.
your birth certificate should be like TBA
Right.
or like whatever, and for like 6 months, 3 months, whatever.
It'd
I
be
mean, it's like the craziest decision. You're gonna pick something
Right then. and there.
forever for the
Right.
rest of their life.
It almost should be. It'd be cooler if it was like Pokemon, where like at a certain age you like evolve.
Yeah, you
Oh,
change.
I always
form or
talk about
something.
this. I fucking went to a school. I went to school with a kid who had like 7 names, and that's exactly what it was. His parents like I'm sorry. He was like, my parents named me this, so like I could go by blank when I was a kid. I went by
Give
X.
him all the choices.
Yeah,
all the options.
I know his name was Charlie, but I don't know like what the
But yeah,
other
that
ones
works.
are.
All right, so
it
let's
was
take-
like when
so
I
it's
become
like
a professional,
when
I'm
you're
this.
Yeah, when you're a
But it
little
was
kid.
changing names, not just Charles to
'cause
Charlie.
I was gonna
like,
say, as a
it
kid,
was
you
full
could
on
be
changing
Charlie,
names.
Or like
and
Chuck,
as a,
Chucky.
Chuck, and then you give it all the different
And
versatility.
then you're Charles.
And then you can just go like,
Once you go to
I love the
Rutgers.
ones that are like, he's John, but we call him Jack. It's
Yeah.
like, those are just 2 different names.
They got a lot of those in this office.
Yeah.
Where people just like Donnie is just like.
Well, we just have a lot of fake names in this office. too.
Yes, we do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What's his name? Zach or something?
Donnie. His
Yeah.
real name is Robert.
Wait, Donnie. Chef
Chef
Donnie?
Donnie.
Right,
Yeah.
but then also Donnie
Does,
is. So
yes.
we have 2 Donnies that neither of them are Donnie.
Right.
Brandon
neither
Walker.
does.
It's
Bananas.
a whole fucking disaster.
Yeah, Brandon's Thomas or something?
Yeah.
Idiot.
Dumbass.
Just whatever your fucking name is.
Yeah.
You're Rudolph, right?
I'm Rudolph.
Right. Because
Yeah.
sometimes people do like Rudy because they don't want to be called Rudolph.
Yeah,
Like the parents say Rudy,
Yeah, they like people just called me Rudy. My parents call me Rudolph. Like I don't care. Like it's both.
Why don't we call you Dolph? Young Dolph.
Well, I think it's pretty fucking clear why I would not like that. We're one.
No, with a PH.
We're one syllable away from a tough nickname.
I'll say this: when I hear Dolph, I don't think of that.
I was
fella.
thinking of the rapper.
I was thinking of Dolph Lundgren.
Dolph Lundgren, yeah.
Okay, cool.
So there's a couple Dolphs before the big H,
okay.
man.
Well, I would still let's just stick with Rudy. Let's just not even
Dude,
try
like,
that.
I was like, "What's the big issue?" I was like, "Is it because he has brown
I'm
hair?"
doing exactly what you shouldn't do when you don't want to name. By the way.
Yeah, like this is how we're gonna call you Dolph. now.
Right, exactly.
Did you see though the reason I said Sumner? That was this Adam Levine thing.
The what?
So Adam Levine fucked
Oh,
a
yes,
chick named,
okay.
and her name was Sumner.
I didn't know that part. Okay.
That's the worst part of the story.
I thought her name was like Jessica. Or something.
yeah, well, it should be. Like Sumner.
What's Adam Levine doing? Fucking Sumners.
What's
actually
what's-
now, no,
yeah,
no, no,
that
no,
makes
no.
sense.
total
But what's
sense.
Adam Levine doing naming his son Sumner?
That's okay.
That's
where I was
the
gonna-
problem.
Yeah.
Wait, the girl he fucked and his son have the same name?
So he
Wait. Fuck. I'm sorry.
Okay,
I'm not
let me tell the
listening.
story in case you guys don't know. He's married to Bahati Prinsloo, Victoria's Secret model. Fucks a million girls on the side. He was fucking some chick named Sumner. She's an Instagram model.
Mm-hmm.
They stop fucking. Several months later, he sends her a message saying, "I'm having another baby. If it's a boy, I want to name it Sumner. What do you think?" So he wanted to name his baby with his wife after his mistress,
That's
and the name
playing
is Sumner.
Fast and loose.
It's fucking insanity. Is what it is.
It's perverted. It's perverted.
You're a Adam Levine.
Yeah.
You're a pervert.
But like it's kind of cool too though. Like when your son, like you're sharing your first beer with your son.
Guess what I
And
named
you're
your
like,
son?
just so you know, I picked
Yeah.
that name because my best fuck.
Yeah.
like,
And your son's like,
Kinda
you
forced.
named me Sumner after some pussy?
It's like, wait,
That name sucks, Dad.
wasn't
Yeah.
I mom's kid?
Yeah.
like,
But so
different
I
lady,
mean,
different lady.
So I'm reading. I'm looking at Dumois last night, and it's like, Adam Levine has fucked like everybody, and everybody knows it.
Yeah.
And the chick who runs that is like, nobody knows for sure, but like they're in an open relationship. It just is what it is. Like
Right.
there's so many examples of it from gossip or whatever. But like at some point where there's smoke, there's fire, and they're married and they don't break up, and it's just like they're 2 amazingly hot people
That are
in
rich
the
and
entertainment
famous.
industry, rich and famous, and they're
Yeah.
like they just have sex with just each other. Yeah, okay. Their other kids are probably named after guys that she fucked. It's probably like they're what they do,
Yeah, they have one kid that's just randomly named
One
like
kid's
Tyrone.
one kid is Dusty.
How does
Dusty
that
Rose.
work in open relationships, particularly in celebrity open relationships? Like, do you just agree that like I'm gonna raise that as my own kid, even though it might not be if we're in an open relationship.
That might be.
You probably got to put some guardrails on that. Yeah.
Yeah,
But like, I mean, how do you put a guardrail on it? Like, people get accidentally pregnant all the time.
Heard of a condom?
Yeah, no, but those don't work.
I think
True.
it's got to be like, we only fuck each other for right now, you know?
Yeah.
While we're trying to have a
I
baby.
see.
And then, but even that's like, I'm sure it's like when the baby comes out, you know, it's like,
Maybe they have like seasons, like off.
Because like you
off
can't
season.
you can't get a DNA test in utero, right?
no, I don't think so. No, I think it's got to be, yeah.
That sucks.
Bro, I
think
you know what is great? Like,
I think I couldn't be in an open relationship for that exact reason.
they might get
So I'd
pregnant.
be
with
like,
somebody
just like I don't know. I'd be like, I don't even know. I guess once
even know if this kid's mine.
once the kid's born, we can do.
Dude,
a paternity
there's
test,
examples
but-
on Maury where a woman had twins, 2 different dads.
What?
It's like a one in a zillion shot, but she fucked 2 guys in one day, and like 2 different sperm impregnated her, fertilized her.
Whoa.
So,
Maury must have been through the moon when he saw
I
that.
mean,
That's
it's
getting
it's
in when
the
the
all
getting's
time.
good. Yeah.
Like, can you imagine?
gonna be
Bro,
his magnum
when I got to
opus.
read the winner of Surviving Barstool, I got like a little rush of like power, just like knowing that.
Right.
When you're Maury Povich and you open up and you see that it's different fathers,
Yeah.
and you're like, I'm about to set the world on fire.
Yeah, dude.
I'm about to ruin lives,
They-
but I'm about to set the world on fire.
Bro, they'd have to chase me down like one of the dads who get told it's not his kid.
Running around.
Like, cameras would be following me, run through the group. I'm like, this is crazy! Doing a fucking dance.
Well, what's funny there though is that like it's kind of the opposite. Like they like nobody wins. Everybody's the dad. You know
Yeah, I
what I
was
mean?
gonna
Like
say,
they all got to take care of. You know what I mean? It's like
Yeah, so
oh,
someone's
fuck.
got to celebrate, and it's gonna be me. Forgetting to
Oh,
read
you
this.
mean you as a fan.
Me, no,
Like,
as
oh,
Maury.
as Maury reading
As
it.
Maury.
Oh, got it. Yeah. I actually think it'd be funnier if like, because you know, yeah, both of those guys are looking to celebrate like that one clip, and instead they're probably just like, all right, well, like let's just raise these kids then, huh?
Yeah.
Let's just not be
Or,
dirtbags.
I
They do-
suspect if
imagine
they
they
were
turn
both
and
on
just-
Maury, they're like, so let's fuck off?
Yeah.
Or
Let's go find some other chicks to fuck. Cool.
They both just turn and they're like rock paper scissors. Yeah.
That actually would be. Would you do that if it was like? All right, let's play that out. Me and you are the dad,
Yeah.
and it's like we could either both raise one kid here, and both our lives suck,
Yeah.
or let's roll the dice, or we'll do whatever, rock paper scissors, arm wrestle, whatever,
Yeah.
and you know you have to agree. I'll raise both, and you can fuck off.
I mean, I would do it just because it's like if we're on Maury, let's
Let's
get
make
these
a
ratings.
moment. Let's have a moment.
Let's
right
make
here.
let's make.
I
these
think it would
ratings
have to
up.
be to chance too. Like I wouldn't do like something where you might have an edge. Like it's like let's make it totally random. Roll a dice, rock paper scissors, whatever.
Yeah, you can't do
because
it
if
arm
it was
wrestle.
like who's like let's have a foot race. It's like I don't know if you're fast,
Yeah.
you're gonna win.
yeah.
It's got to be coin flip or whatever, and you might have 18 years of
Bro.
freedom, or you might have
Imagine
2
a
babies
coin
to
flip
raise.
to find if you have 2
The
kids.
ultimate like ding.
Yeah.
Dude, I
And
want
You
to.
might have 18
I want to
years, 2
do
kids.
it. I want to do it.
Just with a rush.
That'd be the
That's like
all-time
chasing
rush.
that high. You have like
Yeah.
two
Yeah.
junkies,
And then
trying
you
to make
lose the
this
coin
happen.
flip and kill yourself right away. Oh God! What an episode we're painting. here.
Maury's like this. He just gets struck by lightning.
The ultimate TV scene of all
Dude.
time. God, that would be incredible. I need Milmore to make a fucking cartoon of that or something. Shit, man.
Oh my god. The whole studio just lifts and levitates into space.
I was playing with a stacked deck, kid.
And then he reads the thing. He's like, "We actually had an error in the
Imagine
the
that,
test."
dude. That's even the worst, dude. Like I mean, with the shit that goes on now with DNA, like whether it's overturning crimes or getting people out of jail or paternity and shit, like I would go bananas. These people who get out of jail, Adnan or whatever, there's a million cases of them, and they're just like, I'm just thankful God like did the right thing. I'd be
Yeah.
out on the steps of the courthouse being like, fuck all of you. I'm taking all of you down. I
Yeah.
want millions of dollars.
I'm
right
coming
fucking
for
now.
200 foreskins tonight.
Yeah.
Everyone better be ready.
Yeah.
I guess you get, when you're in prison wrongly for. Can you imagine being in prison, like wrongfully convicted, and you're the guy in there going, no, seriously, guys, seriously, I didn't do it. And
Yeah.
they're like, yeah, of course, we didn't
sure.
do it either.
Yeah.
And it's like, no, fucking really. And then you get, overturned after like 40 years, and you just, you're just like, well, God told me it's
All part of
mistakes
his
get
plan.
made or some shit. It's
Bro,
like,
I'd come out. I'd be like, "You
fuck
guys have
you.
no idea how much shit I just learned in there. Like, I'm starting to be a criminal today.
Yeah.
You're never gonna catch me."
yeah, for
Yeah.
real. Spend that time learn how to pay motherfuckers back. The
Who was the football player? I forget his name. Brian something. Who was a football player who was falsely accused
Yeah.
of rape, but then he was gonna be a first round pick. Like look, most people you weren't gonna do anything with your life anyway.
right. So
Might as well just
Fuck,
chill
I'll
in
go to
jail with the
jail.
boys.
Yeah, yeah.
Have a good time.
Right.
But
that guy was going to be like a professional football player,
yeah.
and it totally ruined everything for him. I think that was just a sexual assault. I don't think it was a murder or anything. But I don't know if he went to jail. Did he go to jail?
he went.
did?
It was rape.
Yeah.
I think he went to jail for 18 years, something like that. And then he got access to the internet, and then she Facebook messaged him sorry, I lied about that. Oh. And he's like, teacher,
Your Honor?
can I talk to
Yeah,
somebody?
yeah. That's insane, dude.
No, that story is
That's probably bits and pieces from other.
pretty accurate.
Yeah, yeah. they said
It's more accurate than the plastic it taints.
the what?
The plastic taints.
I don't know, man.
I think
I got
By this
I got
scale, it's
documents
not the
here.
most inaccurate thing we've said in the last hour.
I got the documents right here.
they said something like 60% of the world or something. Basically, the ancestry websites that are out there, even if you haven't donated to it or whatever it's called, submitted.
There's so much someone in your circle has that they can get to you
so
now.
they can basically solve every crime ever now, or the majority of crimes, because they can either rule people out or you're connected by some family tree or whatever. And it's all you motherfuckers who gave your little saliva swabs, well, now nobody can commit any crime ever again.
Yeah, thanks
now
a
we're gonna
lot.
live in some dystopian future where nobody can get away with anything, and we're fucked.
Fucking nerd.
All because you wanted to know
You
who
do
your
it?
great grandma was.
Hell no, I didn't do that.
I can see you being the guy who does it.
What is it gonna tell me, dude?
See, this is what I mean, though.
I'm white.
I found out that I have one Asian and one something else in me, like one person along the way.
Who cares?
But now, so I was I'm not doing that. But now the fact that my dad did it means I basically
Doesn't
did it
matter.
too. So
Yeah,
I'm
you might
now
as
I
well.
can be framed for a crime too, Dad, you idiot.
Right.
Giving
Yeah.
imagine giving a private corporation or any entity your fucking DNA. People don't text their phone, their bank numbers or whatever, but they're gonna give them your DNA.
Yeah, no, it's just not. Everyone that does it has the most mutt DNA. It's everyone that wants to do
You're
it.
a little bit British and fucking
Yeah.
Irish. Whatever.
Oh yeah,
dude.
no
Who
fucking
gives a
shit.
fuck?
Yeah, no one cares, dude.
My aunt actually found her birth mom.
Well, that's
Well,
cool.
shut up, Nick.
That's way
Nick's
different.
aunt found his birth mom. Whatever.
That's different. If you're looking for a parent, then that.
If you have a reason, yeah,
exactly.
But I guess if you didn't, if you sought out, that's the other thing too, though, is you. There's always a grandparent who's you don't need to do that, child. Put that down.
Yeah.
It's fine. And it's that's because you were fucking somebody during the war, weren't you, Grandma?
Yeah, exactly.
There's always somebody who's yeah, that's not your real parent. But it's also well,
why
who cares?
am I part Moroccan?
Yeah.
This doesn't add up.
Yeah.
What else we got? I'm trying to think of.
How's streaming going?
Oh yeah. We got to talk about these streams. So
It's going great.
you had to do the. Have you completed that list of things?
Yeah, that was the first stream. The first stream I just made a list of trying to get people in.
You had to shit in the shower or something.
I had to get in the shower. I had to eat. I had to eat a button.
Yeah, you ate the button,
I had
and
to
then
text
colonoscopy.
Dave.
When's the colonoscopy?
I'm still scheduling it. The worst part about it is that I thought I had the
Ryan Reynolds has those fucking things full up right now.
Yeah, I thought I had the colonoscopy content market cornered, and then someone sent me the video of Ryan Reynolds, and I was like, "Are you fucking
The number one guy you don't want to go toe to toe with.
I was like, "Are you kidding me?"
Or maybe you can
Dude,
partner up
I
with him.
watched a movie with him in it the other day, old movie, before he was Ryan Reynolds, and he's not. No stretch of the imagination is he an ugly gentleman?
No, but he's not
But he's not who he is now.
He got a-
which is
he got a chin implant.
That is that what happened?
That's the rumor that he got a chin implant.
Is there something,
Dude,
yeah.
because that's all I needed to keep moving the goalposts for me is I remember when I was 30 or whatever, 28 or something like that, and fucking Chris Pratt got jacked for Guardians of the Galaxy.
I
I was
still-
like,
I still
oh,
have
dude was
time.
34. I can do it.
Yeah.
I'm 34.
Yeah.
And now like Ryan Reynolds got hot when he's 50.
Yeah.
Like okay, I'll just get
Yeah,
fucking
okay.
hot.
What you're missing in that
I would guess he's
equation-
mid to late 40s.
What you're missing in that equation is an army of people
Yeah,
and
you're
a
missing-
treasure.
Oh, I'm not
Millions
missing
of
it, bro.
dollars.
Yeah.
No, I can still get the money.
Okay, yeah, there you go.
Like I can. Still,
I just want
Yeah,
you to know
there
that.
will be a point you could if you had $1 million, you had millions of dollars, but you were like 80. It's
He's
too
45.
late. You know, so there is. You still do have time to amass millions.
Yeah,
and have
right.
an army of people.
I mean, case in point, Commander-in-Chief Dave Portnoy got
Yeah.
rich, got hot.
Yeah,
the glow up.
Kevin's always said there's no such thing as was it?
There's no such thing as good looking and ugly. It's just rich and poor.
100%.
I mean, there's
especially in today's day
extreme
and age.
examples, but otherwise, it's like you're either just like completely vain and get plastic surgery, or you just like you're eating better food. You have a
Right.
fucking personal chef. You have
have
a trainer.
stylist.
You have a stylist.
Yeah.
Your clothes fit you. They're better. They're nicer brands, so it fits you better. And it's just like, yeah, I look better.
I'm excited for the future because I think what's going to end up happening is that like guys are going to start like all these girls now are getting body mods. Shout out Jackie.
Yeah, we
They're-
need to get on that.
It's actually last episode we talked about it with Francis. I'm gonna go see an ENT because I
What is that?
Ear, nose, and throat.
Okay.
I mean, let's be honest. Feitelberg's got to fix that schnoz. It's crazy.
It's not even like
You do
I'm
have-
actually
you
in such
kind
a
of-
bad
You
spot.
kind of do have a caveman like Neanderthal.
got the Roman nose.
Oh
Yeah.
Oh,
the
dude.
Roman nose.
Dude,
You got a
the
beak.
fucking picture for the thumbnail today is like my head from a complete side angle.
Dude, why do we
You
do
look
those-
like a
why do we
bird.
have that one promo poster that's our profiles? It's
Look
like,
at
you hate your
from
nose,
the
I
back
hate
of my hair
neck.
to the tip of my nose. It's a mile long.
You look.
That's not that bad though. The one where we are like facing each other like we're almost in a boxing match.
Oh yeah.
It's like your nose, my chin. I hate it, and we use it all the time.
Yeah, that is a
It's
crazy.
like, let's expose the two things that these guys hate. The most
What are your
times.
flaws?
Yeah.
Can we make it a wider picture and show their tits too?
you cross that side profile. You cross like 3 time zones.
Yo, it's great. That is, it's great. The back of here to here is fucking huge, dude.
Yeah.
It's like the scene in Top Gun Maverick. It's how far that fucking plane traveled.
Yeah.
It's-
But I mean, as a guy, we've done it. We've done a good job though for like not doing anything and like being attractive because we didn't move the goalpost at all, which is good. But
Yeah, so
I
now
think
the bar is very low, where it's like if
Right.
You, I mean, like the amount of guys who are like, I put lotion on my skin and I don't look like a fucking disgusting lizard. It's like
Right.
we don't do anything.
Right.
We're just getting past like washing our face with
Right.
hand soap.
right. And
So
have, like,
if you
the-
add on makeup and cosmetics and then some surgeries and some implants and all the shit that they
Yeah.
do, we're gonna get hot too.
But here's my issue with my potential enhancements. I don't think I can lose this. I genuinely want the surgery for breathing stuff. Like
Yeah.
Francis was talking about like taping his mouth closed. You text us next morning being
Bro,
like
I strapped my fucking.
like I
So
would
Francis came in because he broke his nose really bad in a fight. Had one nostril completely blocked, so they redid everything because he said he was waking up every morning like dry throat, like dehydrated, felt like shit. So they fixed it all, and he was like, he learned in the process that breathing through your mouth is like the worst thing you can do, and we all do it in our sleep. And if you breathe through your nose, it's all better. He told me all this. I go home that night. I had take a pair of my kids' elastic like shorts, and I like cut it up, and I
Yeah.
like taped my fucking
Your
thing
mouth shut?
And it does feel like you're gonna die in your sleep because you're
You're
like
not used to it.
You're like, I'm not getting enough air,
Yeah.
but you actually are because your fat tongue is not like.
Yeah.
So you do. I slept like through the night, like, and I don't usually sleep through the night, and I was like, holy shit.
yeah, it's like I want that. I want that.
Yeah.
You're like someone telling me about like this great relationship. I'm like, I want that.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
what I want.
No,
with my
I
fucking
I
dude.
feel the same. You probably feel it even more because you like the snoring and everything. I long for that. That sounds incredible.
I
It sounds
can't
like
do it.
you're gonna
I can't
open,
do it
like, a
conscious.
whole new world.
Let alone unconscious. I can't consciously sit with my mouth. I am the very definition of a mouth.
But how the fuck did you not qualify when you did that test?
I don't.
Those doctors were wrong, bro.
You just got to go to another doctor.
So if you just sit here, let's just sit here for 30 seconds, and you breathe through your nose, you'll eventually be like out of breath.
I will. 30 seconds. I'll be fine. But
Like at what point will you be like, I'm not getting enough oxygen?
it's a cruel twist of fate that you have a nose that big that you
And can't get
breathe.
air.
Yeah.
and I
That
can't,
is the
and I have a
most
terrible
fucking-
sense of smell.
Oh my god.
So that thing has got to be clogged up.
It's useless. It is just an eyesore.
You know what it is? It's an eyesore that's just collecting fucking dirt and dust in the air.
I can't tell you how useless my fucking nose is.
We should
But
break it. Do you want me to smash it for you?
I feel like I'm too deep in the game now. Like I gotta keep it.
Why?
I can't fucking come in with a new nose,
Fuck
dude.
that.
Dude, all you guys
I don't
should,
know,
dude,
man.
Jackie
I think
broke the mold.
between how
all
long
you guys should just get rhinoplasties.
just the
Bro,
whole game.
Yeah.
Fuck that.
I don't know, man. I think I'm
Look
too
at
in
Dave.
it. I think I'm too in it with this nose.
Look at Dave. He
What?
totally looks different.
But he didn't get plastic
He
surgery.
probably did. Him and Tom Brady, the two guys who just look totally fucking different all of a sudden.
Yeah.
And who cares if they did?
Exactly. I think
Someone-
in the future
someone put
guys
up-
should just
oh,
get fake tits.
Dude, pints.
Imagine
If you got in a fucking street fight right now and broke your nose, they wouldn't put an ugly one back on, I'll tell you that much. They'd fix it for you.
I'd be like, can
and
I
you'd
keep
be
the
happy.
same? They'd be like, no.
Imagine they'd be like, we don't have the resources to make something that big.
There
You
is-
have the double dare nose. It's like it's actually the double dare nose on your face.
we don't have enough. We don't have enough material.
Do we get to keep that? No.
We're gonna make you a human, dude.
Yeah.
I'm trying
What
to
would
look.
you get if you could have surgery? What would you fix?
I'd get fake tits. Just because
Meaning, like you want like pecs, or you would get fake tits?
No, I'd get like nice fake tits because then it's like that. Picture that universe where like all of a sudden dudes start getting fake tits. It completely flips the table on every girl. Like,
we got him. We got him at home.
Andrew, so Pints for Pete is coming up. I don't know if it is 9:28 at the Garden. So get tickets if you can. But Andrew Frady's put this picture of him, Pete, and Dave. I mean it's Dave at Pints for Pete from a while back. It's crazy.
It's like
yeah, Dave's putrid.
I used to say he's unspeakably ugly, and the guy would disappear for months at a time in the summer, come back looking totally different. Come on. He probably went to Brady's guy.
I mean, he
know how to do it.
Well, he did get the same hair plugs as Brady.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and the hair plug.
I
and
would
the hair
probably,
plugs.
honestly, fake tits joke aside, I would probably just get new hair.
Mm-hmm.
Just get a
You
whole
have good
new-
hair, but you could always get better hair. You know what I mean?
Always, 100%. And I think that, I'm getting up there where it's, we're on sort of the last hurrah. Like right now I'm good, but then I think it's going to start.
Are you taking anything for it now?
Oh, hell
Yeah, I was
yes.
gonna say the people who either don't understand that you have to take it while you have it, or the people who are like, I don't like. What if I can't get my dick hard? It's like, well, what if you're bald and ugly?
Yeah, exactly.
Then you don't have to worry about your dick, dude.
Yeah, and there's pills for that too.
Yeah, like well, just
And just keep
At the
adding
same,
them up.
at the same company, bro. GetRoman.com/KFC. We'll fix all this shit for
Exactly.
you. Dude. I think take the medicines, get the surgeries, do whatever you want.
Yeah.
Who cares, Feitelberg?
I just I got a
That's
bit of
all
an
in your
emotional
dumb
connection
head.
to it.
Oh
Like
my
it is.
God, you are so broken.
Let me tell you something right now, bro.
I
That nose.
just want to be able to breathe.
Well, that's like Jackie had the deviated septum.
Right.
Right.
Are you feel? Can you feel a difference yet in that, or is it still
like
swollen
the
and
blood
shit?
instantly, like when I woke up, the blood like started to go down, so I couldn't it's all clogged up. But there was like a 2-minute period where when I woke up, it wasn't filled with blood, and I noticed
You could breathe
I
more?
could breathe significantly better, which obviously I wasn't even thinking about the deviated septum. That was
Right.
I thought it was kind of fake,
Right.
but I truly noticed I was breathing better. It was cool.
And
Yeah,
that's
man.
gonna get. I mean, you're
It's
still
gonna get-
swollen
I'm
and shit.
still
So you.
swollen, I'm all stuffed up now.
Do you sleep well at night? Did you sleep well at night?
Well, I have to no, because I have to sleep.
Oh, man.
No,
in bed.
Prior to all this, like when you went to bed.
No, I would
yeah.
wake up and it would be like puddles of drool. I would wake
Ooh.
up
Jesus.
the whatever way. But
You're a goddamn animal too.
Respect.
I thought you were gonna say what happens with me, which is I wake up like someone
I'm about to
strangling
die,
me.
yeah.
I pop up out of bed
You guys live
ready
like
to
that?
fight.
Those are
Yeah,
all-
I'm like, who's in my
man.
room fucking joking?
I
They're
feel so
all-
bad
I think
for
we
you guys.
all probably could and should use the CPAP machines. We just only give it to the fat people. But it's all of us are laying wrong, or you know what I mean. All of us aren't breathing right.
I can't believe you guys live like that. I never, ever wake up in the middle of the night. Not once. Ever. And I sleep on my back and I breathe through my nose the whole night.
I tried to. When I started
Sick
sleeping
fucking
on my
brag.
back,
Like, and I
tried
genuinely
to
mean
get
that.
the,
Sick fucking
mouth
brag.
guard thing. Because
Yeah.
part of the problem too is your chin goes.
Your
in.
jaw drops, yeah.
So I got the. It's a mouth guard that just has 2 little things on your teeth, so it pulls it forward. But after a couple of days, I started to feel my teeth hurting.
Ugh.
So I was like, I'm moving my teeth. So I don't want to have jacked up teeth to maybe open up my throat or whatever.
Bro,
So I was like, fuck this.
I don't know. Think about it from the nose's perspective. It don't care about you.
Don't
It's
give a
betrayed
fuck
you.
about you.
Your own face has betrayed you.
When they say cut off your nose to spite your face, no, it's cut off your nose to save your face.
Yeah. You're gonna
Cut
die.
off your nose because fuck your nose.
Yeah, dude. Just fix. You sleep, brother.
I'm gonna see an ENT, and I'm not.
open the door.
I'm not going.
Jackie walked so you could run.
Because it genuinely is like it is not. Look, it'd be nice to be hotter, no doubt. It is not cosmetic. I want to be able to breathe.
But while you're
And
in there,
if
But
they're
why-
like
why
if they're
not,
like
you
you're
know?
actually fine, like you're like that's just how you breathe. I'd be like, all right, well, fuck it, never mind then. But if they're like, yeah, you're all jacked up.
What if they're
in
like,
there.
your tongue is too fat? We need to like shave that.
That's
down.
what I think it is. I think I'm a fat tongued
We
idiot.
gotta take one of those cheese grater things,
Yeah.
where you run
Yeah.
it and it's.
Oh, I'd
slices
love
it,
them to do that.
And just
I
take
come up with a
slices of your
snake
off.
tongue.
oh, that'd be crazy. That'd be
Yeah,
crazy.
it'd be pretty tight.
Yeah, that'd be cool. But while they're in the
No, I don't want it
workshop,
split. I just want it. No, not
You
a
just want it
snake tongue.
tiny.
I want
You
a
want it like-
thin
yeah.
one. Like one.
okay, yeah, they can get into some tight areas.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. That's why I said that'd be tight.
But while you're under the hood and on the workbench, you may as well be like just throwing a new bumper on there, get a new jaw.
Now we're really talking.
So listen, you go in and get a whole new face, brother.
Yeah.
You deserve it. You've been walking around with that one for a while, like we said, like an upgrade. You know, it's like
Yeah, exactly.
like Jesus, man.
No, it'd be like Fast and the Furious. Like you walk in a Honda Civic and you come out like a souped up dude.
You got a kit. We got a kit.
yeah,
on you.
put a body kit on you, put some neon lights.
Bro,
underneath
we're
it.
adding. You guys were already getting me boned up enough. Now we're adding some Fast and
Fast and Furious
Furious drops, bro.
references? Like, it's
bro,
one
you
of
gonna
those
strap a
things-
kid anostomy?
Yeah.
Absolutely one of those things where I know what you're saying, where it's like, for whatever reason, as a guy, you're not supposed to get the surgery. There's a stigma. I always say this about the OnlyFans too, right? Like, there's a stigma until you're making $50,000 a month, and then you don't give a fuck about the stigma.
Right.
So you have a stigma about like surgery, and then until you walk out and you look the way you've always wanted to look, and you can fucking breathe, and it's like, I don't give a shit what you think about me, you know?
100%.
Oh, I had a procedure done. Shut the fuck up.
Yeah, no one.
It's
Yeah,
not like they're taking away your dick or something, dude.
Yeah.
They can do that too at the same
Kind of,
time.
bro. We've talked about it. I put this bad Larry to use.
Dude, there's dudes in Vegas right now that are just getting like 4 inches added to them.
Like height, like their legs.
Oh.
Which
These
apparently,
guys-
from what
Oh,
I
I
hear,
knew Zale tried that, right?
Well, yeah, but you know, I mean.
Oh, you mean regular ass
yes,
dudes?
like
Yes.
dudes who want to go
Oh.
from like 5'4" to 5'8", they're breaking their femur, and they put like a thing in it, and they put like extra.
apparently it's the most
I get that too.
excruciating.
Yeah, I mean,
apparently
it's
the most
insane.
it's the most excruciating surgery you can get. One, because it's technically not legal. So you just like get it done. They break your legs and then like add a few inches, and then you just have to sit in a hotel room
And just like
and
let
just
it go.
lay there.
Bro,
Yeah.
what?
It's madness.
Yeah, it's like the same thing as
It's like
I mean,
it's like
I
Minority
think-
Report when he gets new eyes. Like you just
I
have a
think there
fucking.
are like
It's-
clinics that are doing it now where
Where
you're not
you-
just like go sit in a hotel room.
Right.
But I don't think
go
it's,
sit
like,
in a
FDA.
hotel room.
Yeah, I
Dude.
you can't even sit. You have to lay. It's
How
literally-
long are they stuck in the hotel room?
It's.
Apparently, for a.
I think it's becoming
terrible.
more mainstream.
Yeah, no,
like-
but it's
so
call it,
you
like,
have to be
lengthening.
exceptionally affluent, right? You're like, I'll take 3 months in this hotel.
Yeah, no, you got to be really, really committed. I think the height one is like just be a short king, man. Like, don't go through that.
For
but
real.
it literally is like Christian Bale in The Dark Knight Rises, where he's just in like a cell, like hanging from a rope, and he's like, okay,
5 inches taller in 3 months. That's crazy. I
But the
think
problem
to,
is
to
that
me
if-
it's like someone like Za, like he had surgeries on his legs because I think they're like bow-legged. It's a
Bowed,
little
yeah.
different. I can understand like if you have dwarfism or it's misshapen or whatever. If you're just like going from, like I said, like 5'4" to 5'9" or some shit like
That
that,
ain't worth it.
Like, bro, just get a personality. Like,
Yeah.
just work on your jokes or something.
Yeah, be funny.
It ain't worth, you know.
yeah, just be cute.
Height lengthening. I'm
Yeah,
trying.
that's the
How
problem.
much
is
is
that you
height lengthening surgery? Bilateral femoral lengthening can sometimes cost more than $120,000, while tibia and femoral lengthening combined can be $250,000.
Oh my god, that
So-
ain't worth it, dude.
No.
If you could,
250
if you
is
could go from 5'4" to 6'4", then yes. But if
That's
you're
what I
only-
mean.
If,
If
you're
it's-
gonna
if
stay
it's-
in the fives, then
yeah.
it's like not even
Yeah.
worth it.
And then if you,
I think there's a big difference between 5'4" and 5'8".
there's a lot of girls who ain't even looking at you if you're 5, you know, maybe 8 for sure, but 5'3" to 5'7", it's like you're already, you know, we're in the same pool, brother. We're in the short end. We're not
Yeah.
looking our
Let's
way
ask
at
a
all.
woman, Jackie. What would you think of that?
I'd rather ask Colleen. Jackie doesn't even count anymore.
If it was like 5'8", I like a 5'8" guy. I mean, I like
You like here's
You're
what every- here's what
you're
every
like
girl-
5'10", right?
no.
How tall are you?
5'6".
That was mean.
Why?
You're a 7-foot giant.
No, I just remember. I remember when Jackie was like, "I'm so little," and we were like, "No, you're not."
You're
No,
very.
I didn't say that. I said I'm not like super tall, and you
No.
guys thought I was like. Oh.
Yeah, you're pretty tall.
Well, I'm like 5'6". I'm
Okay.
5'6",
All right,
7".
5'6",
5'6", 7". 5'7" is tall.
I'm like
5'6" is.
I'm a tall 5'6".
I like that. I really like that. That guy should start saying that. I'm a tall 5'11".
You know what I used to say, and everyone thought it was a really funny joke, and I didn't know it was a joke. I thought that 5'12" was a real measurement for like years,
And then 6 foot.
and then I thought it went 12 to 6. So
I don't
then-
think that's crazy.
And then
sense
for
to me.
literally like my entire high school life, people were
5'12".
like, "How tall are you?" I'm like, "I'm 5'12", and they'd be like, "Huh?" And I was
Yeah.
like,
Just my height, dude.
Are you
why is
saying
that
I'm a
funny?
liar?
Why is that
I'm
funny?
5'12".
Why is that funny? to
Wait,
you?
so back to the question though, Jackie.
So wait, I kind of like,
So,
wasn't
like,
listening.
You know, if you could go from 5'4", I think it said 5 inches. Did I say?
Yes.
5'4"
So 5'4" to
5'9".
5'9".
Yes.
Then do it.
Well,
Because I think there are girls who are just
No, I
like
think that you
5'10"
should-
and under. Like you're not even, so it's like you're already kind of still like, okay, you're gonna go through all that and lose all your money to be still below a lot of chicks'
but like
thresholds.
5'4" is really short, and like 5'8", like I was like in love with a guy who was 5'8". He was like my height exactly, and like I just
So
blinders
he was
off.
not 5'8".
But what?
He was not 5'8" then.
No, he was 5'8".
But
You
you're
just
not
said you're
5'8".
5'6".
You're 5'8".
Well, I don't know how tall I am. But like,
We need a fucking.
Guess who's
tape
getting
measure.
closer and closer with that 5'10" prediction.
By
the end of this episode-
every girl always says, "I just want to be able to wear heels," right?
Exactly. So I used to be that person, and then
Yeah.
I like was like blinders on for this guy, and he was like my height, 5 whatever, and then I was like, okay, so like it's fine, like height doesn't matter, but if he was like 5'4", I would be like, well, that's kind of weird. Like I
agree.
shorter
I mean,
than me.
I am not going to sugarcoat it. If you're out there, 5'4", my heart goes out to you. It is a problem. I think that guys, like, I've also seen guys who are 5'4", who are like the life of the party and
Yeah.
fucking awesome and definitely getting laid.
I would never want to be in the middle territory, and no one ever agrees with me on this, but I would rather be 5'4" than be 5'6" or 5'7".
I don't know about 5'7", but I think I agree with 5'4" and 5'6".
Like
Because
I would,
5'4", I think you become, like I said, you almost
Right.
You're gonna become something.
Yeah.
You might become a
Yeah,
superhero. You might become a
out of-
comedian, you might
out of
become a
sadness,
murderer.
yeah.
Yeah, whatever. But it's gonna motivate you. 5'6" is just I'm whiny. I'm just like I'm not 5'8".
Yeah, exactly.
5'4" is like I gotta get on my hustle. I gotta get on my grind
Yeah,
or become a murderer.
I think being in the extremes is good. Like if you look at Lil Uzi
Yeah, be
Vert,
free.
he's tiny, but he's like awesome. How little he is. It's
Right.
like,
Right.
You
It's
see
like, it
pictures
becomes
of
a
him.
pop-up.
But also you're ignoring the fact that he's Lil Uzi Vert.
Yeah,
I know,
that's a
I get
huge
that.
thing. But maybe part of why he's Lil Uzi Vert is because of that.
Dude, imagine there was some
He's the one
dude
who's always jumping
running
off the shit,
around
right?
acting like
Yes.
Lil Uzi Vert, who was not Lil Uzi Vert.
Yeah.
You'd be like, this little dude better fucking chill. dude."
Yeah, he's wearing like a panda backpack. And it's just like, you have to do that, dude. You got to
Dude,
get.
who do you think you are, bro?
extreme.
Lil Uzi Vert? You're not. Be fucking regular.
You got to be
Shut
extreme. If you're a short king, you got to be extreme with your style.
Would you
your
rather
humor.
be 8 feet tall or 5 feet tall?
I'd rather be
Or no, that would be like 4 feet tall.
8 feet tall or 4 feet tall. Jesus, I mean, I guess I'd rather be 4 feet is very, very small. So I'd rather be 8 feet tall.
I think I'd rather be. What's Za? Za's like 4.5, right?
I have no idea.
Because like Za lives like an awesome normal life.
Yeah,
And I think 8
it
feet
also
tall-
helps that Za rules.
Well, yeah, but I think he just owns it, and he's
Right.
But I think that's part of it. I think
Exactly.
maybe if he was just like a 5'7", 6" dude, he'd be like,
Yeah, Jackie, would you care if like a guy was 5'3" and it was just awesome?
yeah, she
Yeah.
would.
Well,
But-
I would
but I
love him
think-
as a human, but
I don't think you would
I
give
don't
him a
think I would-
shot,
yeah.
but
Damn.
it would be like a movie where it's like no, and then he wins you over because he's fucking awesome.
Yeah, if he
Yeah,
was like
rom-com.
really, really,
Like
really
if
young.
Harry Styles was 5'3", you wouldn't care.
I mean, is Harry Styles Harry Styles?
Let's say he looks
Hotness
Let's say
looks, yeah.
he's exactly the same, but he's not famous. But you're getting he plays music and he thinks and acts.
He's got the
same,
tattoos.
and he does everything, But he's 5'3".
5'3"?
Yeah.
He's a great lover.
Yeah, I'd give it a go. I'd give it a go.
So,
I don't know.
I don't think you would give it a go. I think it's the opposite. I think it's either like I'm in love with you and we'll try it. I don't think you're just gonna like fuck a 5'3" guy.
I can't do 5'3". That would be like that would feel like fucking like a child. Like that would like that'd be weird.
This is
Yeah.
so devastating to hear.
There's some guys out there right now who are just
Yeah,
like.
I know. That's just devastating.
Well,
There is a guy right now who killed himself.
Sorry. Okay,
Jackie,
I would
there
give
is
him a
blood
chance.
on Jackie's hands right
Wait,
now.
No, I would give him a chance.
No, he's
No, he's dead.
No,
It's too
don't-
late. He's dead. You don't have to do it anymore. He's dead.
If he hasn't pulled the trigger yet, don't worry. He's gonna find someone better than Jackie.
Well, yeah. Again, just like find somebody who's more. You know, it's because like you need somebody who's like competent enough to be with
You
a man that's shorter
we
than them. And
forget.
I'm not that.
We forget. I mean, we don't forget. We talk about it a lot, but we don't really think about like Tom Cruise, all of Hollywood,
Yeah.
the biggest stars that people like
Yeah,
go to
Zac
bed at
Efron.
night dreaming that they want to be.
Right.
Are tiny dudes.
Zac Efron,
And like he said, they became. Yeah, he's Little Uzi Vert, but he wasn't at a time.
Exactly.
There was a time where he was the tiny annoying guy. There was a time where Tom Cruise was just a tiny weirdo.
Yes.
There was a time when, I mean, even like when I found out that Eminem is 5'7", it blew my mind.
What?
Eminem would walk
Yeah.
in here and would be like, "Oh, hey, little buddy, like, let me put you in my back pocket." And I thought
Yeah,
if I
bro,
ever saw
Kim's
Eminem-
kicking your ass.
Yeah, right. You
I didn't
you
know
need
that.
those
You're not
bodyguards.
driving Kim across the country dead in the
Right.
passenger seat.
It's you, bro. Yeah,
Yeah.
like everybody's tiny.
She was driving. He was in a booster seat.
It's like, I'm going to strangle you. She's like, you're going to need more help.
Yeah.
It's
He's
DMX,
like,
God
uppies,
rest his
uppies.
soul. I think
I gotta get to your neck. Up.
Para me, please. So don't worry, short kings. You're fine. But if you got a big schnoz, fix it.
Oh, goddamn.
Yeah.
All right, we can wrap it up here. That was a great episode, Rudy.
That was fun. Thank you guys.
So tell the people you're streaming on Twitch.
Yeah.
Are you
Stream-
playing like games? What are you doing?
Yeah, I do.
Specific
I'm
games
what
or
they
you're
call
all
a
over the place?
variety streamer
Okay.
in the biz.
Okay.
So I do a lot of different things.
As I understand it, it's like I think it's the hardest, realest thing that we do is to get streamers viewers.
getting
Like, even
Twitch
just getting
viewers.
like a few hundred is like holy shit.
Yeah, well, there's full-time streamers out there that are doing it for years that have been to an audience of like 5 to 20. So for me, it's gone.
People?
Yeah.
20 people,
Oh yeah.
and that's their job.
It's notoriously well. No, they probably have a side gig, but it's like their full-time like hours, like really putting effort into
They make
it.
money.
It's no, not really.
Okay, love of the game.
But it's notoriously the hardest platform to garner an audience, and
Yeah.
like I was expecting to get maybe like 20 to 50.
Yeah.
And it's been like hundreds every time, so it's gone better than I ever could imagine. Look, I'm privileged in the fact that like obviously I have
Sure, but it does not
Barstool.
surprise me that that they keep coming back.
Yeah,
I mean,
no,
you're
it's-
one of the funnier
Thank
people
you.
here, and you do have a weird wealth of knowledge and all that shit.
It's a universe I fit into.
Yeah.
And so it's gone really good. I've been having
Did
a
you ever
blast
think
with it.
about being like content first? Like, or were you always like a
Yeah.
camera guy?
No, fuck
Okay,
no.
you wanted to do
No, but
content.
I just like wasn't skilled enough or like had the confidence, and I spent my entire life on hockey. I didn't have like a content, like I had it in the back of my head.
Yeah.
But I understood that like I had to like get in and like learn and sort of like just listen to people and then like kind of get a lay of the land and like build confidence.
Mhm.
So I understood that, like, and I like doing stool scenes. It's like a lot of fun, and so it wasn't an issue. And like I just saw the Twitch thing. I was like, this seems like something that would be fun. I think I could do it, and it's gone well. And it's like one of those things where there's not I didn't put a ton of pressure on myself. It was like,
Yeah.
this just seems like a nice, fun, creative outlet, and it's gone.
That's how it usually like
works.
You start that way and you treat it that way. It will work.
Right, because like in the beginning, I was like, I gotta like make a funny video, and like I gotta like get like the views gotta be up every single time. But I had like no real good direction or like vehicle, and I was like, oh, this Twitch thing is like, I'm a huge fan of it. I understand the world.
I mean, the GIMP video and shit is like so. It's one of the funniest videos I've ever seen put out. But
Yeah.
what was it like? If I were Rudy, I'd slit your throat. So funny.
It is.
man.
It is not a universe that I envisioned. It was one of those moments. That's why live streaming is awesome, because it's like creates these moments that you can't really replicate,
Right.
because it's like live. And then like
and if you can do live, you can do like anything. Like you can go do a pod or whatever you want. I think you should just keep doing live. But if you can do live shit and be funny, like boom boom boom, you can do anything.
yeah, no, it's gone great. Yeah, so I do a variety. I play games like last night. I said I wasn't going to turn off the stream until I beat Fall Guys, and the time before that I was up till 2 a.m. Couldn't beat it. It's a game for children.
Yeah, I mean,
There's 10-year-olds that play it.
How long did you?
And last night I was grinding my fucking dick off again until like 1 a.m. and then randomly I just got a win. So we're on to the next.
I mean, I
one.
remember famously Smitty said he wasn't going to stop,
Yeah.
and then he's just stopped.
Yeah, exactly. I was on a Smitty trajectory, and I was like, "This is bad." But like, people obviously love.
And then
the
when you
fact-
win, I mean, it's like a glorious moment that
I
everybody celebrates, right?
I ripped my shirt off.
Yeah.
I literally ripped my shirt off
Yeah.
because I was so happy to be done with that fucking game. But yeah,
Oh,
no,
you want a schedule?
I'm trying to like work
I feel
out
like
a
it should be
schedule.
something that you do regularly.
Yeah, no, right now it's 3 days a week, and then one of them, 2 of them are me just doing some sort of like challenge where it's like if I don't beat this game, I have to put on the gimp suit, or I got to do this or that. And there's,
Why do you have a gimp suit?
I just was like, this would be funny.
No, but why do you have it?
I just got it for the stream.
Oh, for the stream. Okay.
Yeah,
okay.
I just
I
got
thought
on
it was
it.
just something you had. Like,
No.
He's like, it's a good time to reveal that. I just happen to have a gimp suit.
Yeah, no, I was like, oh, I may as well put good uses. No,
well,
I got
it also
it.
seems like one of those things.
Yeah.
Like, I'm going to buy a gimp suit for the stream.
Yeah.
No, I'm not into BDSM, but so yeah, and then my plan right now is to do 3 days a week, 2 of them where I'm doing some sort of silly challenge like that, and then the third one is I have a guest come and we just like
Hell yeah.
chop it up, and
Let's
then
go.
yeah, so
And you're doing this all from your apartment.
all the whole setup's in my entire apartment.
yeah.
I luckily, shout out to the Barstool Sportsbook, I never would have been able to afford my setup if I didn't have a good gambling year last year, which is not advice I would send out
Always
to
responsibly.
people.
Always
But it
responsibly.
just worked out. So yeah, I have
Awesome.
this massive whole setup,
What'd you drop on it?
close to like $2,000.
Wow.
And it's like literally my apartment now is kitchen, Twitch, bed, which is kind of like how I love it.
Eat, sleep, fucking
Yeah.
stream, whatever.
Yeah,
Like,
it's
Eat, sleep, stream.
eat, sleep, stream. But yeah, it's been a ton of fun, and it's like the cool thing about Twitch is that there's like just no like it's a completely open forum. Like you can do anything. Like last night I was playing Fall Guys. The next one you can just react to videos. You can just do all these.
do you feel
wild
like
things.
pressure to like be? I guess you get the chat reaction, right? So you know
Yeah.
people like.
But that's the
get
coolest
feedback.
thing is like
I feel like I would just be boring.
you
know?
think that, and like when I describe it to people that don't know about it, like my parents, they just like can't comprehend it. And when you're describing it, like I get it. Like
Yeah.
you're like, yeah, people just watch you do things and
Yeah.
watch you play video games, and it's like, how is that entertaining? But it just weirdly
You know when
is.
people say that though, I grew up like watching people.
That's
play
what I'm
video
saying.
games until it was my turn. but
I
there was
wasn't
always
really
some
a gamer. I was
interest
like, I'll just
in-
watch you guys.
Yeah,
Yeah.
And I'm doing it now with my kids. Like he says like, "Do you want to come watch me, Dad?" And I'm like, "Yeah, I'll watch it." And then like when he can't do something, I'm doing it. And he's watching me. It's like
Right.
You're watching. I mean, we watch sports. It's like somebody doing.
Yeah.
You're
And
watching somebody try to accomplish.
Right, exactly. And it also nowadays, like a lot of people get older, like they love video games, but they don't have like they have a job, they got shit they got to do. They don't have the time, and like games nowadays, the skill gap is crazy. Like all
Crazy.
these kids
You
are
can't
like
just drop
I
it.
almost
Back-
think it's too like. I'd rather watch
it's-
someone who's okay.
Yeah, I
like I
agree.
can't even follow the people who are really good.
Right.
Like, I
It's
don't-
a lot like foreplay with Trent. I was told him like it's better to like breaking 100 is better than watching somebody who's a scratch golfer.
100%. And like nowadays with Call of Duty, like back in the day, you could just hop on Call of Duty and play, and it was fun, and you were like average, even if you didn't play very much. Now it's
Now you
like
can't even-
it takes like 2 years to even download the game because it's like 200 gigabytes, and then you
Right.
got to like learn all the guns, and it's like you're not
John,
even
John
having
said he like
fun.
couldn't get out of the first like screen.
Yeah.
He would respawn, get killed, get called the N-word, and be done.
Right, exactly. So like streaming is nice because it's like I like Call of Duty or I like this game. I can just watch this guy play. You get that same fix from
Yeah.
it. So it sort of fills this like cool little area in between where it's like YouTube, it's like radio, it's like podcasting all
Yeah.
under one, and you can like have it on and like be doing other things.
I've always wanted to. My brother always tried to get me into it. I've talked to Nick about it a little bit, but there is that. Like I wanted to do something where if I could play old games and do
Yeah.
like a nostalgia, but you can. I know, but I don't think it works as well as like when you're playing the new games, and I feel like the new
There
games,
is
they
an-
just straight up intimidate me too much.
Yeah, there's an avenue for it. It's like I had an idea because I love like story-based games,
Yeah.
like ones where it's like you're in a movie.
Yeah.
And one I really wanted to do that I never played, which is apparently like one of the best games Rockstar ever made, that like launched them into the Grand Theft Auto era, was Max Payne.
Yeah.
Oh,
so-
I actually fucked with that game.
Yeah.
So I never
I did-
played it, and so I want to do like a whole thing where like there's so many people
You
out
go
there
through
my
it.
age that don't they've heard of Max Payne but they don't know the story. So I'm gonna do like a cinematic like
Yeah,
playthrough.
you're watching the movie.
And there's like a mod you can get on your PC where you download Max Payne, you get a new mod, so it looks really good.
Cool.
So that's like gonna be a fun one. So you can play old games. I mean, you can. The coolest thing about it, man, is that like if you have an audience and you like are passionate about something,
Yeah.
people are gonna fuck with it. And
Yeah.
you can make them fuck with it.
Right.
And so yeah, no, it rules. And I'm just having
and
a ton
it's
of
something
fun.
that like we always are trying to crack through in that gaming world.
That was just a lucky thing too, is that we have guys that are gamers. Like MRags is a hardcore gamer, and that's sort of like the original Twitch thing. But now the just chatting portion of Twitch is bigger than the gaming.
I was gonna say that is where.
Yeah, and right now,
people can shine.
Twitch right now is in like a civil war. Like this week, for
Gamers
whatever
versus
reason,
chatting.
No. It's like this whole the gambling thing exploded on Twitch with like this massive controversy with one of these big time streamers was basically borrowing money from all these other streamers for 2 years, and he borrowed $300,000 just to gamble with. And he was using like offshore stuff. It was a really sad story. And then the whole thing just like blew up and came to a head.
Wow.
And then Twitch has been in this massive argument with gambling for like years because they allowed gambling on there through Stake, which is an offshore. And so all these creators were like, we can't have like an offshore doing this stuff. Like a lot of creators were like, we can't do this. But then it's sort of like the OnlyFans thing. The guys that were doing the gambling were getting like millions. They got fucking Drake. Like this gambling company had enough money to buy Drake and get him to do gambling. So then the whole thing came to a head, and then people were throwing.
Drake is out here plugging like promo code Drake for fucking $20 off your first bet sort of thing.
Yeah, it's crazy.
What?
Yeah, no, it's crazy. And
Bro,
then
how much money does a man need?
That doesn't surprise me. I wouldn't think he's using promo codes. I don't think if he's just putting up a bet slip, be like, yeah, pay me $10 million whenever I fucking put up a bet. I know he has been tweeting bet slips and stuff like that.
Yeah, that makes more sense.
And it's like what I also learned is that like it's the bedrock of the internet. Like everything that comes from the internet comes from Twitch. Like it just like you don't know it, but it's like the
like
bedrock.
A Reddit place. Reddit
it's like it
almost.
really is the bedrock of the internet. So like this week in Twitch was just fucking nuts. Like you got guys.
You should do a segment called This Week in Twitch.
Dude. LSF Reddit page is like one of the most like insane Reddit pages I've ever seen, which is live stream fails, which is like the hub for like Twitch drama. It's wild, dude.
Yeah, I need you to be like my internet Sherpa and go through that.
I will walk you through it as best I can.
Yeah.
But no.
So what's the name?
It's just the same as my other handles. It's rudeboy_Junda on Twitch. Follow the boy.
Follow the Rude Boy, one of the best in the biz.
Thank you, man.
Make sure you subscribe to KFC Radio on YouTube to get all the video content. Subscribe, comment, like, and make sure you turn on the bell notifications so you know whenever new video content drops.
I want to say something, but the video has to be faster. That's it.